Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. We will be discussing this week's energy beginning today, the 22nd of February, through month's end. Before we jump into the highlight this week, which happens to be the full moon on Saturday in Virgo, let's back up a little bit and talk about how we got here, the energy that we come in this week with, and then how it's going to transfer into that of the full moon at the end of the week. So we've endured quite a bit in this Aquarius season of 2021. A lot of cerebral energy, fast changes, squares associated between the planets that are currently in Taurus and those that are in Aquarius. Those squares were changes that occurred unexpectedly and that we had to respond to relatively quickly. They may not have always been welcomed. Whenever you have a situation like that, where you have so many changes, resounding changes that come on real quick, you can end up shell-shocked. And the point of this exercise would be to break down the sources of security that you cling to versus just trusting in the outcome of the process. So we've had this heavy cerebral energy for pretty much the month of January with the stellium of planets that were in Aquarius as well. Now those planets are starting to shift into Pisces. As we know, the sun entered Pisces last week, which was a welcome change. Talks about the intuitive side of things, so we can start moving out of our head and into our heart and intuition. We also have gone through our first Mercury retrograde season for this year of 2021. We saw some astounding changes with regard to electricity, the situation in Texas, and for the collective there. So and then as well last week we had the Saturn-Uranus square that took place. So the Mercury retrograde season, we're still in the shadow of stationary direct, starting to move forward. We got that shadow still going on. We still have the Saturn-Uranus square at play, which the moon will join this week on Wednesday, to add a little bit of emotional understanding to that square, as well as the people getting involved, people speaking out against things that have happened that have left them wanting or just devastated. So we've had all of this very heavy air energy, and we walk into Pisces season. This week we are going to get some much needed peace that will allow us to take the time necessary to assess where we're at now that the changes may not be coming as frequently and out of the blue as they have. Uranus is still engaged, but it's going to be more of a harmonious situation for the next little bit. It's certainly during the Pisces season. So what's going on this week? On the 24th, as I mentioned, the moon is going to join the square that existed last week, and that energy still continuing between Saturn and Uranus. Again, that's going to add a little emotional pangs to that situation, but it also gives the people a voice. That emotion is going to move the people to speak out against things during that Mercury retrograde season, or the things that have held them from being free, have kept them in confines from being free. And Mars on this exact same day trines Pluto. It is a supportive aspect. It will allow us, because Pluto is transformation, and Mars is action. So we will have laser focus and determination for transformations. What transformations do you want to make in your life? They're going to be supported versus coming in out of the blue. This is something that you're going to want to do. You're now getting very clear ideas and understandings of things. So you want to make some changes that are going to bring harmony into your life. Welcome changes. Then on the 25th, Venus enters Pisces. She is going to join two planets already there, which is Sun and Neptune. This again is a very harmonious aspect. Venus enjoys Pisces. My goodness, you can tell Mercury's still in retrograde. For some reason, the words aren't coming out very well today. But that is a very harmonious aspect. And in addition to the trine the day before between Mars and Pluto, Sun is going to sextile Uranus on this day, which is also very supportive, very harmonious, allows us to incorporate changes. So this is all setting us up for that full moon in Virgo that is on the 27th, again, 8 degrees of Virgo. Virgo, it speaks of our health and organic healing, hygiene. Those are all positive aspects of. And the shadowy side, or things that we should probably be mindful of, is perfectionism and being overly critical of things, critical to the point of dysfunction. So as we start to feel those feelings creep up that have to do with being critical or making sure that everything's just perfect the way we see perfection, take that down a peg and remember that we have a lot of supportive energy with this full moon that is allowing us to take a break from this crazy, hectic pace that we've seen so far during Aquarius season with all of this air energy. We've got a little fluidity now with Venus stepping into Pisces, which is a water sign. So what can you do during this full moon to just enjoy the supportive aspects of this full moon to their fullest extent, but also continue our ascension from 3D to 5D. Step into your heart. Definitely step into your heart. That air energy pushed us into our head or into cerebral understandings of things. Now, take a break and step into your heart. First and foremost, give yourself a break. We have endured a lot. So understand that. And don't be too much of a taskmaster on yourself or for yourself or towards others. Relax. Take a breath. We've gone through pretty much a marathon for a period of time, and now it's our time to take a deep breath and relax a little bit. We can expect to receive, with all these harmonious aspects to this full moon, flashes of insight and clarity that help us incorporate the changes that we've been forced, is kind of a strong word, but these changes that have come in from out of the blue. Now, as we pause, we're able to understand why those changes were important and how that allows us to really resonate with a 5D energy, the 5-dimensional energy. Allow yourself to dream. Pisces is very dreamy, so dream big. What do you want to do this year? What do you want to do now that all of this Aquarius energy has made so many changes come into our lives? How can you see that in the perfect world, in the broadest span of your understanding and creativity? What does that mean? And really push the boundaries there. Allow yourself to really dive into your intuition, but also the things that could be the positive aspects of creativity. Do something for yourself. We've talked about self-care, but that's very important. Now that we have gone through this, like I said, very intense period of time, allow yourself to decompress. Decompression is equally as important as managing those personal aspects as you're going through that head or air energy. Again, slow down, take a break, take a breath, and cut yourself a little bit of slack. Those that are opposed to you, do the same thing. Instigate compassion. Pisces season, remember, let our intuition guide us. Your intuition is going to allow you to incorporate those feelings of unity consciousness and being one, but being one for the collective. all of that integration is now beginning to come in at the time of this full moon. So I hope you have enjoyed this brief conversation that we've had today, and that you'll be able to greater understand the energy, use it for you, and allow yourself to have that peace of mind in knowing that there is a means to an end here. And when you understand the energy, you're able to use it to your benefit, or to allow yourself to just simply take a break. Again, thank you so much for your time today. I do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe these videos. Like I said, if you have any questions, just post them, and I will be checking the comments over the course of the week and get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you. Have a fabulous week. Namaste.